The courtroom was quiet that morning, the kind of quiet that makes even the sound of papers shuffling echo against the marble walls. Sunlight filtered through the tall windows, throwing golden rectangles across the floor where a handful of jurors, attorneys, and bystanders waited for proceedings to begin. It wasn't supposed to be an unusual day for Judge Alan Whitmore, a man nearing his late 60s, whose decades on the bench had hardened him into a man who believed he had seen it all. He had handled murder trials, billion-dollar corporate disputes, messy divorces, and everything in between. But what he didn't know was that this day would shake his confidence in ways he never expected. It began with a teenager, barely 17 by the looks of him, standing nervously at the defense table. His clothes were neat but simple, his hair trimmed, though the nervous way he shifted on his feet betrayed his youth. Judge Whitmore glanced down at the docket, muttering, "Michael Carter, juvenile hearing, theft charges." He sighed, already convinced this was just another in the long line of troubled kids who wasted their potential. Michael looked so out of place, standing there alone, no parent by his side, no attorney to represent him. The judge raised an eyebrow. "Where's your counsel, son?" Michael cleared his throat. His voice cracked a little, betraying his nerves. "Your Honor, I'll be representing myself." The courtroom erupted in small murmurs. A bailiff coughed, a woman in the back stifled a laugh. Judge Whitmore leaned back in his chair and let out a low chuckle. "Represent yourself? Son, this isn't a mock trial at your high school. You're facing actual charges here. Do you even know what that means?" Michael didn't flinch. His brown eyes locked on the judge's, steady in a way that surprised everyone. "Yes, sir. I've studied the case thoroughly. I'm prepared to defend myself." The judge shook his head, half amused, half irritated. "Study the case. Good Lord. Listen, son, this is a court of law. People train for years to even attempt what you're suggesting. You got to be out of your depth." But Michael wasn't backing down. There was something about the way he stood, shoulders squared, chin lifted, not arrogance, but determination. "With respect, Your Honor, I'd like the chance to proceed. I know my rights." That stubborn spark reminded the judge of himself, decades ago, when he was a young attorney with nothing but grit and an old suit. Against his better judgment, he allowed it. "Fine. You want to embarrass yourself? Go ahead. But don't expect me to hold your hand when you stumble." The prosecution began with confidence. The district attorney, a seasoned man named Robert Hughes, approached with a smug smile. He laid out the state's argument. Michael had been caught on surveillance near a jewelry store at the same time